To see, we saw obviously the Viper in the last game. As Team Spirit, they had a 3K lead to start it off. It felt like everything was going up Millhouse for them. Then LGD pretty much said, no, we're fighting as 5 now. You guys have to catch up. It was, what, 7 minutes into the game, 7-7. LGD had heroes, 5 heroes over mid, and they were just ready to go. So it's a wonder here if it might even just go the same way as game number 1.
Yeah, now the only difference here is that their 5-man isn't nearly as strong as it was in the last game. Not until Alchemist gets fat, at least. Which will take a while, you know, like good timings on the Radiance are usually like 10, 11 minutes.
Right.
And I dare say, if he does get a Radiance at minute 10 or 11, this game is going to get really difficult. So they need to shut down the Alchemist as much as possible, while making sure they don't lose too many towers to this Nature's Prophet as well.
Yeah, can they do it? They've got Collapse back on the Viper. We saw Collapse was able to take advantage of the weakness there in that lane when he was able to get Ame a couple times. They got that gold from the Bear, which kind of did give them a bigger lead, that 300 gold that they were getting from the Bear multiple times. So they won't really have that available. They could still get these kills, but it won't be as much gold, of course, if they don't get the Bear, right?
Yeah.
It's a rebound in by Mira. He got Unstable Concoction, nothing really doing. And it ends up being 3 bounty runes for the side of Team Spirit and 1 for LGD.
So a small little lead in the early game already. Always nice.
First blood's always nice too, if you were able to get that. I know how that feels.
But 1 bounty advantage is basically like 3 creep kills per hero.
Okay.
Not a small thing. In this early game, especially when the lanes are so important.
Yeah, we'll see if they can expand on this a little bit of a lead and how the lanes are going to go. What lane is the hardest for each team?
I would say securing the Alchemist top is not easy. You have to dazzle with the sustain, but we already saw Marcy and Viper last game. Like, Lone Druid is one of the best laners, and they completely crushed him.
So does that mean you stay a little bit more conservative up in top for Ame and Y, and wait for those levels where maybe you feel a little bit more comfortable with the dazzle behind you?
You need Acid Spray. Once you have Acid Spray plus Poison Touch, there's a lot of trade potential. You also always have the Prophet that can TP in and help you. So eventually this lane is going to get really hard for Team Spirit, but at the very beginning, oh, Y is getting aggressed on.
It's going to be tough, is where I think you were going with that. And Y is probably agreeing with you right now as he gets chased by Mira all the way behind the tower. He does have 5 tangos to work with. So he's A-okay for now. He's also got that heal, level 1, and he pops us out.
I'm not crazy, right? There was keyboard sounds in that voice line?
Yeah, not us. For anybody that thinks it might be.
Yeah, so top lane is, in theory, a very nice combination, right? Acid Spray minus 4 armor, then you have the physical damage of Poison Touch plus Shadow Wave, so there is a lot of combo potential, but not super easy to pull off. Well, you have to be very careful when you're Mira here. The longer this Poison Touch stays on top of you, the more damage you obviously take. Half health already.
Yeah, on the run, TP away. He's TPing to the tier 1 tower, and just another sentry to make sure that, well, he can keep the advantage there.
Yeah, mid lane, same matchup as last game. Should be very, very even again. And then we'll see the same thing again. People rotating, who gets better rotations. We'll create a better team for him, a better environment for his team, right?
Same matchup over mid.
Yep. I want to see Toronto Tokyo adjust his item build a little bit though. Like that early BKB last game didn't really work out at all.
Would you prefer the Maelstrom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just some scalability. I even thought about potentially like a fast vessel. Oh, why? You're in trouble. He's dead.
This right-click damage certainly hurts, and they're going to ping right away that they have the ward, but it's not going to matter. It's first blood for Collapse. So back-to-back games here for Team Spirit in which they claim that first blood.
Yeah.
And the lanes looking pretty solid at the moment. The only one who's really struggling is kind of the Ember. Unstable Concoction. Ame, he's got to run. They've got the heal, but they don't have the health. It'll be a trade in which Y gets the kill. Not the worst thing in the world for him to get, but you do not want Ame dying. Like you said, if LGD are able to get that open space for the Alchemist, get to that 11-minute Radiance, they're going to feel like they're in a good spot. But every kill on Ame is one that slows them down pretty immensely.
And now look, they're expected to lose their top lane in LGD. It's all about surviving, getting the levels up on Alchemist so you can start jungling comfortably. And you are probably expecting a death for 2 on this Alchemist. This lane is incredibly difficult.
And we've seen this story before, right? Viper gets ahead, he takes top of the net worth, and then all of a sudden, if you don't snowball continually, he kind of slows down and shuts off.
Yeah. I mean, you've even seen last game, right? He was like 1,000 net worth ahead of everyone.
Yep.
Couldn't really translate into anything else. So have to be a bit careful.
Avalanche out.
Poshka, you're just dead.
Hero, Mapushka, he's gone to ZinQ.
Just like that.
With the tiny of ZinQ, are able to secure that kill and even it up at 2. Again, it feels like we're following the same storyline. Spirit gets a couple kills, they go back the other way for LGD. Shield crash trying to survive. Nothing to say, but the sleight of fist is there.
Solo kills in mid lane should not happen. Nice play by Toronto Tokyo.
Still though,
by Ame again.
Back and forth, Ame, shallow grave, but I don't think that's really going to make it any less deep. He'll step and be 6 foot under.
Yeah, this lane is really incredibly strong. You got 2 poison stacks on you, you get thrown back, you're dead. Nothing you can do. Faith Bjorn, once he's 6, he will be able to make a massive difference top though. He can TP, Wrath of Nature, lots of damage can come out. Same enough with this already. Once he's 6, he can easily rotate top. Viper is a very immobile hero. Easy to hit the rolling stun down.
Spirit again. Top lane.
Oh!
Mira just gets blown away.
Tick damage. Oh, he's a fair fire. He's fine. You can see the potential, right? 3 creeps. That's like 400 damage right there. Straight in his face.
He's gotten 1-1-2 so far. Obviously, Y getting a little bit of a boost in that experience thanks to the kill that he got on Mira earlier after Ame died.
Yeah, but Ame is feeling pretty uncomfortable up here. So his timings will be delayed quite significantly. And I think last time LGD played Alchemist, something similar happened.
Yeah.
Right, Ame couldn't really find his foothold in the game. He even went for like a medallion before Radiance.
It's not his most comfortable hero.
Yeah. We'll really see how this game goes for him. Especially if they keep messing with him in his jungle as well.
He's got the 2-1-1. He's got one of the Greevil's greed. He's trying to farm his way back. Boots, Bracer, so far for him.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Not
attack.
really peaking at the top of the net worth the way collapses once again. Back-to-back games on this
Viper.
Viper. Again. Mira on the run, trying to chase down Y. And will rebound into the tower, but doesn't grab the dispose on the Dazzle, so Y's A-okay.
Yeah, slight miscommunication. Viper went back. Mira wanted to go in.
Stormhammer, dual breath.
Goodbye, me,
They've got 3 heroes here with the help of Nothing to Say. They'll take out the Jakiro, and it's again LGD showing off that group up mentality to get more of these kills. That was the same thing that Nothing to Say did in the last game, except he went top. Yeah. Came over, got a couple of kills, and his game started to boost out.
And for Ame now, it's all jungling. Level 3 acid spray makes it really easy to do so. And he's going to be level 6 momentarily. So, a little bit of a skirmish in the mid lane, but...
They want it. They've got the avalanche.
He's stuck here in a position.
Spot. Toss into another hit. Bounce up into the air. And Nothing to Say with the help of the Tiny is able to get a kill on the Toronto Tokyo. A little bit of revenge for this Pangolier.
I've seen it so many times where people are like, yeah, I've a little bit of a lead on you. Why? He has a TP available, but...
Yeah, Shallow Grave too, as long as... Now maybe TP, but it's probably too late. Shallow Grave will wear off. He's got the heal, but it won't matter. Collapse now dominating as well. This Viper has 4 of the 5 kills for the side of Team Spirit.
That gives a lot of space to Alchemist though. He is happily farming away in the jungle.
Maposhka's come top to try and secure the tower.
Yeah. And bot tower is being pressured by the Prophet. So all around, Spirit is doing the right thing, but again, the draft is in the favor of LGD. Can they outplay enough to make up for that? Invading the jungle is very nice.
Structures are fortified.
But again, Alchemist, after the bot tower is down, he will just migrate there and make that area his own.
Right.
You give Ame 4 or 5 minutes, he's gonna have his Radiance.
So is the onus on Team Spirit to make the moves and aggress on Ame whenever they see him?
Yeah, but it's not easy, right? With the split push of Prophet, the global presence. You have the Pangolier for team fights as well. It's a difficult task.
Right now, nothing to say. He's going into the Diffusal Blade. He's not terribly far away from it.
Yeah.
He's been farming okay. He's in third for his cores. Searing Chains, as well as the Dual Breath. They've got the heal. They do have Shallow Grave. Not needed at the moment. They're going to come over with the Rolling Thunder and make something happen on the side of LGD by getting a kill on Amira. And it's just one so far, but it doesn't look like Spirit's going to get anything back for their troubles. They brought a lot of heroes here, but LGD still come out ahead. And again, it's opening up in more space for Ame, who, like you said, he's bot.
Kind of looks like last game, right? Where LGD is just fighting as 4 or 5 the entire time. And in the process trying to make space. But yeah, the 3 cores of LGD are very well farmed. 1k lead ahead. It's not a massive lead considering you have an Alchemist, but still, the Prophet and Pango are also very farmed.
So the net worth is going to be deceiving with the more and more space that LGD gets, as it will be a lot on the Alchemist.
Oh, that's damage.
The question becomes, is it all on the Alchemist? And right now, that's really not the truth, right? We've seen Alchemist games where the other 2 cores get nothing, but the way with Faith Beyond plays this Nature's Prophet, it's certainly possible that this team gets more around the map. That being said, nothing to say, he's in trouble. He is going to survive with the Shallow Grave for now. He'll try to TP away, and he'll be fine.
Mira's in trouble now.
Mira is the one going down with the treants in front of him, but Mira turns it. They'll look over. They've got the rebound into these heroes. They get the kill on Mira. They look over Faith Beyond. They've got themselves the Ice Path on it too. They take out Faith Beyond as well as why they'll look for ZinQ. Dual Breath, the damage is out on a Tiny, but not enough. Toronto Tokyo, though, thinking about chasing and getting this +1, and the Slight just isn't the killing blow.
Yeah, good fight overall, though, by Spirit. Keeping up the pressure, and all the skirmishes, while Sven is farming, benefit them a lot. Did nothing to say kill, what just eluded him, though. Would have been a massive one to pick up.
Yep.
Because he's closing in on his Diffusal Blade. Once that's up, all of the heroes are so mana reliant. One swashbuckle can literally just ruin your team fight.
How close is he to that? Not too far?
Yep, just about 600 gold. And remember, a farming war will always be won by Alchemist.
Right.
He doesn't have max level greed yet, so it's not as fast as it can be. But you know, he's getting his levels up.
He's certainly getting there. He's getting close to that Sacred Relic. And we'll see how quickly he's into the Radiance. You would have liked it here at the 11-minute mark. But
he got shut down on the left lane.
Yeah, the top lane wasn't exactly easy or smooth sailing for him.
Yeah. Now they're just diving to get the mid tower. They need to open up the map ASAP.
ZAKU, he's in. Avalanche lining on a 2. They've got the toss up into the air. They're looking for the Rolling Thunder. They've got.
He ran it back in.
Back white. Toronto
There was a misclick.
Oh boy. I thought he got out. I think
everybody thought he got out.
Yeah. The tips come out from LGD.
Which is a rare thing to happen.
And I mean, that is very rare for Toronto Tokyo, but certainly something that could end up being maybe a little bit tilting.
Well, Alchemist farming the enemy jungle very aggressively, but he knows his team is just around the corner. Ready, completed now, onto the Radiance.
Yeah, on to finishing it all up.
They're picking out the Alchemist position.
Toronto Tokyo, they're gonna go rebound. They're on the run. If they could go for Y first, maybe they catch up to Ame and get the kill there, but the Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, Poison Touch, Dispose, all onto Y. He'll Shallow Grave by his time. Nobody coming here for the side of LGD just yet. They do have 2 heroes in the vicinity, but not moving in.
I dare say he could have actually TP'd. They all used their stuns already. Like, if he TP'd there, there would have been some mental damage right there.
Yeah.
4 heroes to kill a Dazzle, and he just TP's out.
Back-to-back mental damage could have been devastating. Look at this stack.
Oh yeah, after that stack, the Radiance is pretty much done. Also gets the Troll Camp, which summons the 3 nice little skeletons that we all love. But Alchemist even more so.
Let's watch the gold skyrocket.
Or not, if you're a Spirit fan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying naturally. If it takes this camp, it's going to do its thing, right?
That's the Radiance pretty much done at this point. Yep, here we go. And probably just into the BKB Blink Dagger next. Once that's up, it's going to be incredibly hard to shut him down.
So not that 11-minute Radiance you were hoping for, but it does come out for about 13
Still very
and a half
fast.
minutes. Yeah, still about a half minute faster than normal. 80 matches. So a lot of Alk being played. And there's the Hurricane Pike finished off for Collapse. That's pretty quick, a minute and a half quicker than the average as well. Looking to go in and have the Rolling Thunder. They'll go after Mira, but he'll rebound away.
Slowed a lot though.
Mira on the run. Viper Strike through onto Nothing to Say. He's got to be careful, and so does ZOOMFLOW. They've got the Storm Hammer, Avalanche on a 4, as well as the Swashbuckle landing on these heroes. They've got the Sprout, they have the control. They look over Toronto Tokyo, the rebound once again. Nothing to say, he doesn't have the Rolling Thunder. He already went in with the shield crash, but he's got the save from Y with the Shallow Grave. Swashbuckle getting Toronto Tokyo very low. They've got the Sprout with the Force Staff, which is actually the Hurricane Pike to get away. Unstable Concoction, the Storm Hammer out on Ame, but they've got the Disarm onto the Sven. They're looking maybe to get the Remnant back into the fight, but there's Faith Beyond behind them all. Goes into Toronto Tokyo. They get the Kodamiro. They've got the Ice Path onto 2, but it's not going to matter. Yatoro is gone. But Pushka, he's only going to survive for a little bit longer as they are in on this Jakiro, and it's a triple kill for Ame.
Worst case scenario. He just picked up his Radiance. They take a fight straight after. 4-0 trade. Well, not really trade. 4-0 fight, rather. Get the mid-tower. The map gets opened up even more, and you're already playing against the clock.
Right.
This is worst case scenario for Spirit, and this grand final might be one of the shortest in history, like ever.
So you're saying we should extend it to a BO7?
I personally would love that.
I'm down.
But then again, LGD destroyed Spirit in this tournament in particular. Like, if LGD wins this, it's 4-0.
Yeah.
And 4-0, in which all of the games so far at least have been very one-sided.
Ame, 11,000
He's so rich.
net worth.
He's so rich. This is the Alchemist factor, right? Suddenly, BKB. We spoke about like Radiance being finished within 1340. 2 minutes later, it's BKB.
Yeah. It really can be record numbers if given the right opportunity.
They might catch him down here, though.
8,000 net worth lead. They're going to try and go.
He's getting greedy.
He does have Dazzle, though, over to the side. So with Y there, he should be fine. But now Y's the one spotted. So he'll probably just try to grave himself and run. But it does allow Ame to get out.
Yeah, which is really the important part. Alchemist is fine. He now has his BKB. With that BKB, he is pretty much unkillable. They don't have any sort of instance stun. And he's way better than...
Look at that. You see the average?
What was the average? Is he way above the average?
It was the line, and he was well above it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, his early game wasn't perfect, but despite that, he still found so much farm on the map. Nice text also from his team. 3 minutes faster on the BKB than average as well.
That is...
he's a big boy.
Oh, yeah. The thing here to note, too, and, you know, it's another game with Toronto Tokyo struggling in terms of net worth.
Yeah, yeah. What item was he going for this time? He has the Maelstrom at least, so it's not all over, but... yeah. The windows are closing. There's also BKB on Prophet already. I don't actually know how Spirit fights anymore.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He'll go to the Shard, he'll up his pushing prowess, and, well, right now, LGD, they're over in the top lane, and they'll secure themselves the Tier 1.
Yeah. And even if you ever get the Alchemist to near death, he's gonna get like an 80% heal amp from the Dazzle, and he's gonna heal like 200 health per second. Which is also kind of ridiculous. The drafts of LGD in these playoffs have been insane. They lost one game to Nigma where the draft was a bit rough. The other 6 games so far, near perfect draft. Easy Roche as well. You cannot fight into LGD in this moment. All you can do is split push, which is the worst case scenario against the Alchemist, because he's just going to outscale you so much faster than you can.
And now there's going to be an Aegis.
Yeah.
Like, Yatoro's doing his job. He's going into the enemy triangle, trying to farm everywhere he can. Of course, every time there's a Roche, there's a double damage to take.
Now.
And they've bottled it on Nothing to Say. They'll pick up the Aegis on Ame, and he is continuing to roll here. 8,000 net worth lead for the side of LGD.
Yeah. So it's the correct thing to do for Yatoro, of course, but in this entire series, he has mostly been farming the enemy ancients and the enemy jungle, because that's the safest space on the map, which is not good news for you.
No, not at all. not at all. And well, Ame's doing the same thing. He's over in their triangle, so
yeah, he's going to
anything
report the
you
next
can do,
one
I
as
can
well.
do better, apparently, is the way that these teams are playing.
Is under attack.
3-man smoke. Obviously, they don't need Faith beyond. He can TP into the fight a little bit later. Maposhka's been very greedy. He's been sitting here for a long time,
now he's dead.
and now he is so dead.
Yeah. They're just waiting for the AC on Alchemist to really start putting up the tower pressure. Oh, Yatoro, he has his BKB, so shouldn't be able to kill him too easily.
You see nothing to say and wanted to go for that?
Perhaps. He's pretty tanky himself. He also has ZOOMFLOW back up. Who doesn't have a dagger yet? He's 100 gold away. Once that's up, there's even more initiation potential.
Ame up top.
Ooh, that was a close one indeed. Probably wouldn't have been enough for the kill, but a scare bomb.
So he's got the Hyperstone for the AC. And Faith Beyond. BKB used, okay. And ZinQ.
Was it just a test BKB or TP2? Or to TP out?
I was looking at it.
Sounds like a test BKB then. Yeah, Alchemist pretty much into his assault cuirass already. 200 gold away from it. How do you stop him if you can't go into the enemy jungle?
You said you lose the farming game.
Yeah.
If you're Team Spirit. Obviously, you're going to be down in net worth. But is there a point where you start to break the walls down here?
They will have massive timings on LGD, right? But if Spirit can deflect them 2 or 3 times, their lane game is not half bad themselves. Alchemist will get outscaled. It's just, how often can they deflect them? Because right now, LGD's timing is almost impossible to stop, I'd say.
Right.
This AC on the Alchemist plus Acid Spray is just a casual -12 on wherever he's fighting.
He's pushing into the mid-tier 2. And that is 4.5 minutes faster than the patch average on Alchemist, the AC.
Yep.
Like I said, breaking records and continuing to grow. And it almost feels like at times LGD's just kind of ignoring Team Spirit because they know that they're scaling better.
Yeah, they have nothing to worry about until Alchemist hits his critical timing. Once that's up, that's when they might be scared to lose some fights. But
And there's the split in averages between Ame and Yatoro. You can see the solid lines being this game, the checkered lines being the average for the patch, and that is such a split for Ame. You know, Yatoro, he's ahead of the average. He's not having a horrible game, but when you get compared to the Alchemist, it's not going to look good. And maybe I might have jinxed him. He goes into the BKB. He's on the run. He'll throw the Storm Hammer, go to the Godstrike, trying to fight back, going after Faith Beyond, doing the damage, and he'll get a kill out on the Nature's
He can't be out though.
But now they've got why. They have ZinQ. The supports will finish off the carry of Team Spirit. And it ends up being a trade that, yeah, you get a kill out of it, but it's probably not to value.
he did the best that he could out of the situation, right? But yeah, you definitely don't want to be losing your spend like that. He is itemizing into pure damage, which I think is the right call, because his Alchemist is getting ridiculously tanky.
Right.
But who in that team is going to address the Dazzle? That's the real question.
How do they jump the Dazzle?
Exactly. If you can't address him, he's going to get the Grave off, and we spoke about the heal amplification. Right? He's going to heal like 1,000 health in that Grave.
He'll probably finish off this 4-staff, maybe pick himself up that shard that is so devastating from the Dazzle.
Yeah. He also has the Philosopher's Stone,
So he's
going
getting
to be
that.
scaling nicely.
That
If he ever gets
Billy
into the
Gold.
Octarine core, by the way, that's almost a perma Grave. You have like half a second downtime on it. Pretty disgusting.
Half a second, very balanced and very available to break through, of course. So what did Ame just get there? He's got the Basher, went the other way, thought he wanted the blink. Meanwhile,
Goodbye, Mira.
up top, Mira, he is in trouble, and he is gone to the Tiny. RC may be strong in the anime, but at this moment right now in this game, not looking too strong, not looking comparable.
Aegis runs out in 10 seconds. Maybe they can catch him off guard, but the Tiny's already there.
Yeah, Avalanche toss all the way back. They'll go to the BKB here. Got the single concoction. Charging up. They'll lose the Aegis, but now Yatoro's in. He's trying to make something happen, but they've got the bashes coming through on the spin. He's in so much trouble, but there's the Storm Hammer as well as the Ice Path. They get the kill on the collapse. They'll look for the Rolling Thunder. They're trying to go the other way. They've got Maposhka locked up as well as the Avalanche coming out from ZinQ. Remnant back the Sprouts on 2, but they get out of it. Nothing to say is still committing with the Rolling Thunder. He's into the base, but now trying to leave. He's been disposed while Maposhka drops. There's nothing to follow up the damage, though, or the lockdown from Team Spirit.
They're going high ground again. They don't really have the greatest defense. All they have is a sleight of fist every 6 seconds. But the buildings are going to fall so fast.
They go in, they jump. They've got the avalanche toss again. And Mira looking like he'll fall once more. Dead for 35 seconds. LGD are just bending Spirit to their will.
Yeah.
It's all LGD in this series thus far. And they are looking for a quick finish. ZAKU again, he just wants to get these kills. The BKB's been popped. They've got the site, but he's looking for the remnant back. He's not looking to charge in. He's looking to retreat out. The macro pyres drop down as well as the ice pet. They've got the lockdown on Omne, who no longer has that Aegis. But he's got a Dazzle ready to go. Dazzle is on it. Y is behind him. Shallow grave always when he needs it.
Wow, they're really trying to force the issue by going for the throne there instead of the second set of racks. But yeah, you can just feel the confidence. Armor's in front. He doesn't really care at all what happens, but he's always going to be the Desert Grave, as you said. Initiations of ZAKU have been perfect. I mean, they're doing a 5-man smoke while all the lanes are being pushed in. That's desperation right there. We love our desperation smokes, right? Sometimes they work. Most of the time they don't. Let's see who's going to break it. Maybe Faith Bjorn is the unlucky one.
Radiant are scanning.
But they know. They just
break in.
Yeah, they're just completely passive on their side.
They can sit far enough back. They've got Ame continuing to farm while all this is going on. And I believe he's got the full Abyssal finished off. Deso picked up for Faith Beyond. The net worth lead continues to grow here for LGD. And Spirit are looking for a portal, for a tunnel away onto the other side where the grass is greener. And trying to find better pastures in this game, but it is feeling impossible.
Yeah. There's also now a Desolator on the Nature's Prophet, further amping up that minus armor, that physical damage. Honestly, these drafts of LGD are just nasty. Everything always comes together so nicely. Did Alchemist pick up anything? Yeah, the Abyssal Blade is finished. Almost into his blink already. Now it's their time to smoke. And Spirit doesn't want to be anywhere near that.
No, not at all, but Faith Beyond, he's TPing forward. He is really reaching, looking for something. ZAKU is placing down the vision. They've got the sentries in. Avalanche as well as the toss is going to be on the Sven. Yatro on the run. Pops the BKB. They have to dispose. They go to the God Strength. ZAKU in trouble, but the Shallow Grave is there once again. Yatro, he's got to make the commitment. He's got to figure out whether or not he wants to go or leave. ZAKU burning down, gets killed off by Maposhka. They're going to buy back on the Tiny. They'll look over at Ame. Ame standing his ground, going for the tier 3. They've got the Treants in. Mira with the dispose. They've stunned him up. They'll unleash. They've got the Shallow Grave once again, and Ame rips through Mira. Ame on the run with the Unstable Concoction charging, but he's got that BKB, so he is A-OK.
Yeah, well, at least they got the Tiny buyback, which is always a good trade. But yeah, they've weathered the storm for now. The next Roshan is just around the corner, though. Can they stop him from taking it? Probably not, because they have like minus 17 armor.
Be a way back in if Spirit could.
They just have no BKBs or no God Strength. We all know what Sven is without God Strength. Not much.
Really tough.
Are they looking to go for Sven again, perhaps? No. Playing it safe for now. And we know LGD is so methodical, right?
Yeah. Yatro, he's starting to do damage. Like, for the game, if there's no Alchemist, he looks like he's doing a lot, right? But the Shallow Grave is there. The damage, he's got to figure out where can he commit, right?
Look at Roche go down. That's so much physical damage.
No double damage.
Oh yeah, they have the Lucky Shot 2, of course. Even more minus armor.
They're wrapping all the way in.
Too late.
It's not going to be in time, so there's an Aegis on Ame once again. And now Spirit need to think, are we going to commit for this one? They've got the BKB already popped on Collapse. Do they come in from behind? They need to think about their commitment. They've got Faith Beyond who's in the pit. Yatro, he's not sure what he wants to do. Faith Beyond is just going to TP out from the pit. They'll look over. There's nothing to say. He's going to pop the BKB. They'll go after the Viper. They'll get the kill on a Collapse. And it's hesitancy coming in from Team Spirit, unsure what they wanted to do once that Aegis was picked up.
Yeah, they're in an incredibly tough position. It's basically elimination game for them. And they're so far behind. What's the solution you can really find? It's just Armor hitting the tower with Treants. You have to initiate an Armor, but he has an Aegis, he has a Dazzle. You have to wrap around behind, which they're trying to do right now with the smoke. If they can kill the Dazzle, there's hope. But look, he's very well sandwiched to the left.
Mira just takes so much damage. They've got the toss back side of Toronto Tokyo. There's the Abyssal Blade to follow it up. They get the kill onto the Ember. They bought back on two of these heroes from behind them. Is Yatoro. They bought back on three, but they've got the Shadow Grave. It's going to be on a Y this time. The damage is going to be enough as they've got the stun with the bashes. Yatoro can't survive. Spirit's dreams are melting as LGDs are growing. They'll go for Mira once again. They get the kill on Paposhka. He's got buyback on this Jakiro, but they're on their last legs. They're really trying to make something happen as they get the kill on nothing to say. They'll take the Pangolier. They'll also glyph up their base. 3 seconds on the unstable concoction, looking for somebody to throw it onto, but it will stun himself. Yatoro sprouted up, and he's not able to engage. Xingqiu going in with the avalanche after the blink. He's trying to get his hands onto the Sven as well as toss him up. They've got the Spider Fist as well as the Searing Chase coming out from Toronto Tokyo, but this base is going down. They've only got the mid-setter axe holding them from mega creeps, and LGD, they really don't need to fully commit. They are so far ahead that they can do whatever they please in this game.
They can wait for the Alk ult. They don't have to. They have a dispel with the Berserker potion. They're just going in. Armistice is BKB as well. Nothing to be worried about at all.
Yeah, Ice Path damage out on Ame, but again, he's got that Aegis. He won't even need to use it at the moment they go to the Shallow Grave. Ice Path is there, toss up into the air, and they will catch themselves a couple. The Remnant over to the side, Toronto Tokyo trying to get a kill on a Xingqiu. He's moving over, but he's been hexed up. He's on the run, a Remnant away. Xingqiu taking some damage, but the Rolling Thunder comes out onto the Ember. They'll toss him up into the air. They get the kill on a Toronto Tokyo for 90 seconds. And it's really just last hopes, last-ditch efforts here for Team Spirit. They'll move forward once again. They've got the Avalanche. Collapse is going to be disarmed, and all they can do is watch. LGD is taking their base. They've got the Hex once again, and Ame goes in on the Collapse. The Hurricane Pike is going to get him away and let him survive for a moment, but they've got Yatoro in their hands, in their grasp, and LGD
GG, congrats.
trophy as they will take the Series 2-0 over Team Spirit and become your champions.
It's been the fastest grand final we've ever had, to be honest. What, like 30, 50
Let's
minutes?
go.
45?
It
Let's go,
was
guys.
so fast from LGD. I mean, the series didn't even feel like it lasted an hour. This game only 30 minutes. I believe the last one,
just about
34. It's an
GG.
hour victory in the grand finals for LGD.
Daming throw
and
ng
they
Spirit.
kind of a little bit of
Oo nga eh.
revenge here
Yung
over
summit
Team
yun eh,
Spirit.
triple kill na.
Twice even. They beat them 4-0 in this tournament. No chance at all for Team Spirit whatsoever. Outdrafted, outplayed, out-strategized. Just everything. LGD is such a scary team when they get everything online.
Yeah, and it's crazy to feel
Let's
that they can be so
go.
calm
Hindi
here.
pa masaya si Ame dyan eh. Kasi
It's
TI yan eh.
prize money. It's the 8th biggest prize pool in Dota history. So
Pero
much
laki
money
nung
to
ano,
take away, so
pero
much
mataas yung
experience
prize
finally
pool
playing
dito.
on an international land for LGD. There were doubters at times on LGD's streak here as they only went 4-3, but they lifted the trophy. Your
Let's go.
champions, PSG.LGD.
Fate Beyond. Last to Xingqiu. Ayaw hawakan ni Ame. Hindi daw yan yung TI champion Aegis eh. Gusto lang yung hawakan ni Ame yung Aegis. Yung Aegis of Immortal ng TI-11, yun daw yung gusto niyang hawakan.
LGD lifting the trophy. It's
Mabigat.
Some of them.
Cutie holding that trophy.
Xiaoba tried to saw it. It's a bit too heavy for him. He's like, hey, FFB, and you want to have this again?
You gotta have the muscles to lift the trophy, and it seems like they do here on LGD, at least for the most part.
FFB on again, yeah.
Lifting it up, showing off the gains, showing off.